Hi everyone, in this video we're going to talk about a tool called StoryMap. It comes from the Knight Lab at Northwestern University. It's storymap.knightlab with a K.com. There's a link on your Google Drive schedule to this tool. And in this little video we're going to walk you through some of the basics. To set up an account on StoryMap, you just click on Make a Story Map and it'll ask you to enter a Gmail address or email address and password and go ahead and do that. And once you do, you can log into StoryMap and hit Make a Story Map. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that because I've already made my account. It'll ask me to sign in with Google. I'll hit that. And it'll show all your past story maps. And I'm going to hit the New button. And for this one, we're going to look at a study by the Centers for Disease Control on some of the cities that have really, really bad drinking problems as far as health issues, DUIs, alcohol-related car accidents. It's some very serious data, and we do need to take this map very, very seriously. StoryMap is a good map to use if you've got a lot of visuals with it and you want to really do something a little more creative than what you can do with Google My Maps. So it asks you for this little title here, and it is a working title, but people can see it. It will show up when you go to tweet the link. This will show up down below in the little Twitter link field. So you want to put this in CDC 10 cities with drinking issues and hit create. And all of these steps are outlined on your StoryMap.js assignment sheet, which is right here. We've got some examples up here for you to look at. We also have some other examples in your folder. This Cronkite News Pope story map's really good. There's a few others that have come from our classes, past classes. The Speakeasies one's pretty cool. But now that we're into the tool and we have our story map assignment, go down here. We've done these first few steps. And we're going to do the opening slide. This is our cover slide for the map. So here's your headline. We're going to use the same headline we used before. CDC, 10 cities with drinking issues. And then we've got this body text here. It's under step 6 with a source in it. Always important to cite your source. That goes in this little field right here. This is kind of your main work area. And just make sure that everything's flush left. You can look at the HTML on this if you wanted to. You can add links by clicking on this little link button. So we're going to do that next. We've got a source, a link to our CDC study. So we're going to highlight that, copy it over, and we're going to highlight CDC right here. Click on our link and insert the link. We're also going to add a little background image. This one's of a frosty mug of beer. Okay, and we're going to do that by clicking on background options. You only use this button on your opening slide. Your other slides, you will add your media over here on the left. But just on this cover slide, we're going to add background options. And you can pick a color, or you can add an image as your background, or upload something off your desktop. Hit close. And it's always good to hit save in this tool often, because sometimes it'll lock up. And when you're ready to finish your map, you'll hit this little button up here called Publish. And then to get the link that you'll tweet out, just hit Share. It's important to note that we won't be sharing this in our WordPress sites. We'll just be tweeting out the link with a short description to our UIC digital hashtag. So you'll just be tweeting the link out to the project. The link is not up here. It'll actually give it to you under the Share button in the upper right-hand corner. And once you've saved something, you can toggle back and forth between the edit mode and the preview mode. So hit preview, and you'll see what your cover slide looks like here. You've got the frosty beverage, the headline, and the text right there. It's got this little Start Exploring button. And over here is where your map will appear as you begin to add pinpoints to the map. Very easy to add slides here. It works much like PowerPoint would. Go ahead and hit the plus sign, add slide, and it'll say Untitled right there. And I've given you the information to add to that first slide. This first slide will be Fresno, California. And it'll be all of this information here. I'm going to type in Fresno, California, add my data. And up here in the map, it's important on each step to type in Fresno, California, or wherever your location is, so it pinpoints it on the map. And it'll drop it into like some random intersection, but the map will move will move backwards a little bit as you go. Make sure too that your spacing is even in here. Sometimes when you cut and paste things, it'll mess it up a little bit. It also, I give you on these first couple ones a photo to link off to and a photo credit. The link to your photo will go in here. You also can upload one. I always hit return, and it comes from Wikimedia Commons. We don't need to add captions on these because a lot of them are just kind of some famous photos of the city and things like that. Hit save, and then go to preview so you can see your map. Okay, and now you can toggle back and forth between your opening slide and your pinpoint here. And the map will begin to show up after a little while. You'll begin to see some of the map pin marks. Make sure you're working in Google Chrome. Sometimes in Safari it doesn't work quite so well. So make sure you're working in Chrome. Firefox, it's kind of hit and miss too. But Chrome, you usually have pretty good results. And then you'll move on to your second slide, which is Reno, Nevada. And you want to grab this information right here. Hit your plus sign. Reno, Nevada. Add your content. It's be sure to search for Reno. All right, and then you'll go in and you'll grab your link. Add your URL to your image. And then grab the credit to the photo as well. You want to credit all your photos. You have to do that on this assignment. Okay, and hit save again. And now I'm going to go through and I'm going to hit the share button. Okay, it does ask for a short description here. You can take that text from your opening slide and put that in there. That's always a good thing to do. I'll just grab this opening text slide. I'll hit the share button and drop that into the description and then hit close. And I always kind of reopen it too. And it gives me my little link that this is the link up here that you'll share. Okay, just to make sure it saved everything. That's why I closed it and reopened it. You also can open up, it gives you an iframe and things like that. But you'll just copy this link that's been published and you'll take it over to your Twitter and you'll share it. Again, don't grab the link up here. This is your working link in your software. It won't work, but you have to hit the share button. This gives you your exterior link. Okay, so that in a nutshell is how to use StoryMap.js. Have some fun with it. I'll tell you what, you might wind up using it on your final project because it's a real cool tool. Reminder before I go, the third slide here, we have Billings, Montana. Be able to go in and search Creative Commons or Google image search for rights-free photos. We've showed you how to do that before and add those photos to your story map for each one of the remaining cities. There are 10 in all, and it has a ranking for each one. And then tweet it out by the deadline that's given to you on the assignment sheet and the syllabus. Depends on which class you're in, and you'll do quite well with this assignment. So enjoy story maps.